How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, FaZe Crypto, and we have some amazing news when it comes to Cardano. Of course, we have to talk about the concept of a Cardano Stablecoin. This is a fairly sort of news, and of course we also have to talk about the price of Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin now at the 10,372, and the question is, have we topped out at the $10,000 sort of resistance? I know now we're beyond where we were on February 9th, and we're sort of in a limbo right now where we're going to be figuring out exactly what's going to happen next. I think everybody's on the tip of their seats right now. There's some very interesting news that I know you saw. The Jerome Powell, crypto as a competitor to the U.S. dollar. This is very interesting. Bitcoin most overbought in 2 years. However, and there's a lot of different variables at play right now, and of course we're going to be talking about all of them. Of course, the concept of where we'll actually be seeing institutional adoption, and where we'll actually be seeing the natural progression of these different aspects of crypto will all be subjects of discussion in today's video. Cardano enables staking for Android. This is interesting. Android users of Cardano, of course, can from now on stake their ADA to gain rewards. This is in line with the company's vision of bringing a reward system for the users of ADA. Well, they help to secure the network by staking their tokens. Shelly Testnet has gone live, thus enabling several functionalities, including staking for rewards, according to an announcement. So this is pretty interesting. If you're an Android user, that definitely does show us a broader stroke of the what's happening as far as the cell phone sort of paradigm is very much investing itself and merging with the upcoming cryptocurrency paradigm shift that we're witnessing happening on all fronts, which I would say is probably one of the most bullish things that we could talk about. And will be interesting to see. So I have this, I want to play this right here now. In a world where central bankers are tipping over themselves to devalue their currency, Bitcoin wins. In a world of fiat, Bitcoin is the victor. So we'll be playing this to give some more context to what we're watching happening unfold right now.
How's that for a graphic? Bitcoin's boom time continues back above 10,000. Get this. If you're not paying attention, you probably should be. Bitcoin is now up 44% this year. So, Tim, we went from like 0 to 20,000, back to 4,000, now back to 10,000. Is anything different this time around?
I think what's different is, first of all, you've shaken out a lot of weak players. You've shaken out a lot of the momentum. You've certainly gone further down the road in terms of institutional follow through. You've certainly had major banks in the world talk about their own blockchain platforms. You've had a dynamic where money's become freer than free. Gold's been rallying. Why shouldn't Bitcoin be rallying?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think that last part, if you talk about a Fed just gone nuts as Guy thinks it has, or all the central banks going nuts, I mean, that's part of the bull case for Bitcoin, plus institutional interest as well.
Yeah, but listen, so we got rates lower, we got gold up, we got utilities up, we got Bitcoin up, so it's all acting like safe haven. That just takes me back to the MAGA trade. What's going on there? That just seems very bifurcated in this market where they're doing that heavy lifting, but these other things that we identify as safe haven assets have really perked up in 2020.
Possible coronavirus impact here. I know a lot of the buyers come from that part of the world, and you wonder if they're looking to protect their money, maybe hiding it in Bitcoin.
Perhaps, but I do think, to Karen's point, I believe that in a world where central bankers are tripping over themselves to devalue their currency, Bitcoin wins. In the world of fiat currencies, Bitcoin is the victor, Brian.
And, well, it certainly has been, up 44% this year. All right.
So I hope that we can all appreciate just how crazy it is that CNBC is just talking about Bitcoin the same way that they talk about any other asset. Then Fed Chairman Jerome Powell just came out in favor of private transactions for digital currencies. He specifically said a ledger where everybody's payment is not something that would be particularly attractive in context of the U.S. That's very interesting as well. So I mean, it will be cool just to see what's happening, with Cardano. Of course. Back to this talk about the stablecoin and the bullish sentiment we see. If we do this, then it will blow everybody out of the water. I started in this space with stablecoins, and we've been thinking about them for 7 years. Hopkinson. So, of course, according to a recent tweet published now on the most popular crypto rating companies in the market, the Cardano team could be working on a version of DAI based on the Cardano network. At the moment, DAI is the only trustless stablecoin in the crypto market, but an additional digital asset could help increase competition in the industry as the crypto rating explain. These kinds of stable coins do not have a central point of failure. So, I mean, I think the stable coins are going to be very much, emblematic of what we could expect to see in terms of the future of, the crypto and all these other aspects of the things. But ultimately, what I'm expecting and what I'm, paying very close attention to is what happens in the short term now with Bitcoin currently. Is it going to top out in the $10,000 region and then get rejected and then move further down, or will it continue to soar? I mean, that's essentially the question on everybody's lips right now. Then, of course, interesting things happening. Cardano up 12.63% on the 24-hour, which is also fairly bullish for Cardano, and it will be interesting to see how this plays out over the next few months as we see cryptocurrency, really getting a lot of interesting attention and going. And we see the, 2020 vision, baby. We see cryptocurrency, in the aspects of going mainstream. Definitely interesting to see. So in other news, we have crypto market breaks above 300 billion. And we have a few other articles I wanted to talk about on here. Crypto is back above 300 billion. The psychological resistance has been broken following a wide market rally led by Bitcoin. This is despite the digital asset not being the best performer in the latest rally, or indeed this year. A number of altcoins continue to outperform as the community hails the return of the altcoin season. At the start of the year, the crypto market valuation was just below 200 billion. In less than 2 months, the market has been able to gain more than 100 billion to reach the much coveted 300 billion mark. At the time of writing this, the total market cap is just below. We'll get a more updated one. Of course, market cap 301 to 75. So, I think it will be interesting to see how plays out. Of course, remember, this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. I'm not your dad. I'm not your financial advisor. Do your own research when it comes to these things. Proceed with caution. Ethereum and altcoins reach critical resistance throughout the short year of 2020. Thus far, altcoins like Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP have all been pumping left and right because many crypto investors to consider an alt season is upon us. But as gains pile up, the sentiment teeters dangerously towards levels of extreme greed and irrational exuberance. So do asset price toward a critical resistance level and has caused analysis to issue a stern warning, proceed with caution. And I think that's wise words. But all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. product cost to double for miners following the halving. We all knew that was coming, but it is interesting. Yeah, so let us know what you guys think. I think this has been a good video. We've been able to talk about a lot of interesting topics. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.